this is the Moto G6 Plus, and I know, I'm a bit late with reviewing this phone, but I still want to visit the device and give you a rundown in this shorter review about it. So, the Moto G6 Plus, let's get to its core straight away. It features a Snapdragon 630, 4 or 6 GB of RAM, 64 or 128 GB of internal memory, a 3200 mAh battery, and it runs on Android 8.0 with plans to upgrade it to 9.0, however I don't expect any updates after that. It also features a 5.9-inch Full HD Plus display with an 18:9 ratio. Apart from that, it also has a headphone jack and a USB-C port. But how is it to use the Moto G6 Plus? Well, overall it's a pretty boring device, which isn't a bad thing by any means, but it lacks something that really makes it stand out. Its LCD display is good, with good colors, but it doesn't wow anyone. Its battery life is good, with easily lasting me through the end of the day, depending on use of course. If you play games all day, it won't last you to the end of the day. But again, it's good, but not great. Its experience while using the device is lag-free, but again, it doesn't push any boundaries. But does it really matter when you get a mid-range phone like this? Not really. You buy these to do simple things on it, and it does that really well. Simply put, in your day-to-day use, this phone is good, and it does have some standout features as well. With a great fingerprint scanner placement in front with a weirdly placed logo above it, yeah, and the fingerprint scanner works really well. And that same fingerprint scanner can also work as a navigation system, but honestly I don't care for this feature. It doesn't feel natural, so I'm sticking with my normal on-screen buttons. And in terms of software experience, overall it is pretty clean with some features added by Motorola. However, at the moment of recording this video there is still no update to Android 9.0 or even 8.1. So if you care about the latest Android experience, this probably won't be it for you. Apart from that, it feels great in the hand because of the way they made this device with the subtle curved back, and it is also splash resistant, however there is no IP rating given, so I wouldn't test it out, but it should be fine if you spill some water over it. But what does sell it well for me is its pretty good camera in good lighting conditions. While it isn't the best around, for this price it is actually quite a good camera. And it is a dual camera setup. So the main one is a 12 megapixel sensor with a 1.7 aperture, with the second one a 5 megapixel sensor with a 2.2 aperture. And overall it has a pretty good dynamic range, with it only struggling if you ask a lot from it, with for instance sunsets or a bright sun looking straight at you, where it can have some problems with blown out skies as well. Just as disclosure, these pictures were taken in the summer, but I have given this phone to someone else to review it for his channel so he has more content. So, just so you know, but you could probably tell from the pictures that are shown. Anyway, then we move to low light conditions, and this is where the phone struggles. Pictures that are taken become really soft, and that removes grain because of it, but it doesn't really reflect back to me as a good picture. But then again, you shouldn't expect too much for this price. Like I said, the strength lies in good lighting conditions and its colors, but in low light it does struggle. Also something extra is that this phone allows for 4K and 30 frames per second recording, and while in 1080p the stability is fine and actually pretty good, in 4K it is not. But I mean, it's a mid-range phone, so without a doubt this is quite acceptable, and there are some other ones out there that struggle much more with stability in 1080p even. So, the Moto G6 Plus, what do I think at the end? I think at the end this is quite a stellar package. I really love the small details, like having a texture power button, the effects around the camera, and the way it feels in the hand is really good. Apart from that though, I do think that having only Android 8.0 still is quite a bit slow, and for those who really care for it, this might not be it. For myself, I'm fine if I get security updates, but if you care more about having the latest Android version, this is probably not it. The good thing is, however, that Moto is going to the Android One side with other devices that are coming out, so I really do appreciate that. Like I said though, I'm a bit late with this review, but I do think that right now this is quite a stellar offering, and I do really like the camera on this. Battery life could be better on this one, but it's still decent. So, what do you think about the Moto G6 Plus? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, if you came so far, why not subscribe to my channel? Anyway, talk to you guys in the next one and have a good one.